All right, guys, welcome back to the vlog. It has been a minute, and I'm so excited to chat with you guys because we are going to do the anti-inflammatory grocery haul. We'll get started with my new favorite, and I'm really bloated because I've been eating these chips nonstop. And that's another thing we're working on during Lent because it's fruits of the spirit is self-control, and I have to have self-control around these chips because they are so good, and I like indulge on them because they taste like a Lay's potato chip, like the Ruffles. Oh, and I hadn't had them in like years, and they are just made with potatoes, avocado, and sea salt. And I just never tried them because they're honestly just like more expensive than the other chips I usually buy. But they're on sale, and then now chips are all the same price. So I was like, let me try something different. I love them, and I opened them on the way home, so they're so good. Not AIP, but we got paper towels. And then I'm gonna do this first because I always leave my meat out because I'm doing these like videos and I can't have spoiled meat. So we got some grass-fed, grass-finished beef that's local. And you don't have to get it local. I got 90/10 because I want to start trimming down. I want to start watching my macros. So I got the lower fat content because I'm also, since we're going to be eating more whole foods, I'm going to be eating more, again, like those chips. Those have a lot of fat in them. If I make some cookies, they're going to be almond flour cookies, which have a lot of fat. So I try to cut fat out in my meats. So I try to eat the 90/10 ground beef, and then I try to get like lean cuts of steak, and then I'll get grilled chicken breast instead of thighs. And I know it's more expensive, but I just personally love the taste of chicken breast so much better. And then with wings, I don't know, just something about the wings. I love them. But after I eat like 5 of them, I just like my stomach feels weird. And I don't know if it's the skin because I've never been like a big like chicken skin girl. So I get those meats, and then I'm going to put those up real quick, actually. And I actually already have some meat in there. And so what's on the menu this week is we're going to do some breakfast patties. We're going to do some sweet potato. What's on the menu this week is we're going to do some breakfast patties. We're going to do some sweet potato waffles. We're going to do some soups because I really love soups. I notice that they keep me super full. They also keep me hydrated really well because I noticed when I was having them on a consistent basis, like pretty much every day during the winter time, or like the past few weeks when I was in Houston and it was colder, my bloating like just decreased so much over the like those weeks because I was consistently getting in more water through soups. And also they're like super low calorie because it's just meat and veggies. And yeah, love the soup. So we're going to be doing some more soups. And then I want to start cutting out rice and corn. So we're not going to go full AIP right now. I want to eat through the food that I have because we don't waste food around here, which is again why we have like a more balanced approach to eating. Because you could be like really strict with like your menstrual cycle and like the seasons and like all this stuff. But like what I truly believe is the mental side of things can really trigger stress within the gut and digestion, making things worse. So the first like set of rules is just like eat whole foods, eat as close to the earth as possible. So we're doing that, which is why we're cutting out sugar. But we are going to allow honey on this diet. I know I'm like kind of making up my own rules, but this is also like AIP too. So you cut out things along the way. And again, it's all tailored to you, which is why I always suggest doing a symptom tracker and doing each one in stages because, again, it's all about the individual. And you only want to do the elimination portion for a shorter amount of time because you want to eventually get to the root cause of what's going on, whether it's dysbiosis, like within the gut bacteria, with if it's stress, if you actually have something physically wrong, if it's like acid reflux, whatever it may be. You want to get to parasites, the root cause of it. So Anyways, back to the haul. We have some celery. We have some almond milk, the vanilla kind, because I just realized I have my smoothie in the fridge. Because I like the vanilla because it adds that extra flavoring into the smoothies. So if you have the collagen protein powder like I have, the Vital Proteins, then it kind of tastes bland. So that's why again I'm allowing honey into the diet because I just cannot do a collagen flavored smoothie. It just tastes like bleh. So the vanilla helps out with the smoothies, and then it makes like the mango just taste more creamy whenever I do my mango collagen smoothies. And so we get that one. The celery was not organic, by the way, because it's just too expensive where I live. But we do get the Earthbound Farms organic greens. These are my favorite greens. I've never gotten a bad case of greens. If I did, it was because like it was expired and that was me on me. But I love my Earthbound Farms. I've never gotten sick from them, and I've gotten food poisoning or E. coli or whatever from greens before here. So I only do my Earthbound Farms. Next thing is we got some frozen strawberries. Again, perfect for the smoothies. I literally just do strawberries, milk, collagen, honey, or agave, and perfect little smoothie. And then I'll do my latest thing has been putting on these sprinkles, these Better Good sprinkles from Walmart because they're like all natural. Oh, but I'm gonna have to give them up. Those are so good though. I put that on there and it makes like a little like strawberry froyo type of thing. I'm always posting it on my stories if you follow me on Instagram. So we have that, and then I guess I ordered these. I'll use those for my soup, I guess, like freeze my soup. But I wanted to order the super thing. I'm gonna order one of those. But anyways, we got some lemons. I think I got some more lemons from KTA actually too. And then I got a bunch of apples, again, not organic because they're like triple the price here. And then I got some garlic powder. And I've been eating low histamine for quite some time. And I really feel like it does make a difference. But I am making a declaration over myself, my life, and my body in this moment and saying that I am not going to have histamine issues over this next Lent period because I'm not. And we're going to cure this thing because I'm done. And because I know for me, it's stress. Like people will say, "Oh, you have a you have a genetic disorder," and I'm like, "No, I'm not going to like claim that over my life. Like I will be able to overcome histamine intolerance because I have not had it before." So with that being said, I ordered my dates because these are going to be a sweet treat for me during AIP. And on AIP, you do at times exclude dried fruits because they are dried and they can cause reactions. They are really full of sugar. So if you're struggling with like FODMAP or SIBO, then this can make it worse. So you do want to be careful. And if you are eating these, I do highly recommend pairing them with like a nut butter or like of course enjoying them in things. I'm gonna add them to my salads. I'm gonna chop them up and have it like kind of like a raisin. Um, but you just want to make sure that you're eating it with like fats or something like that because you don't want to be spiking your blood sugar so much whenever you have them. And then also, I really like this brand, and there's another brand that they have at HEB. It's like in a green. It's like a package like this color, and I like that one because you have to be careful because some of them might have mold in them. So you always want to open up the date before you bite into it. But I've never really had an issue with this brand Jollies or the other one. And I like the texture because if you have a dry date, like it's just no good. So if you're gonna like give someone a date for the first time, this is the brand to go for. So next thing is, of course, I got tons of water, and then I've got some pasta, some corn and rice blend. It's gluten-free pasta. And like I said, I'm working on it. I ordered some things in the heat of the moment before I made my final decision of going full AIP. And I have a bunch of basil in the fridge, so I'm going to be making basil pasta. So, because I'm going to use the walnuts to make the basil pasta. And you know what? I'm just going to bring this over here. How about that? And then we have potato. I have one sweet potato. I have cucumbers. This is $6 here. It just blows my mind sometimes. I'm going to grow some of my own cucumbers. And then I have a zucchini. This will be for the soup. We're going to do like a little minestrone soup. I have a sweet potato. And then I have other potatoes for the soup. We're going to be doing the sweet potato waffles. I have an onion or just whatever. I got some eggs, cage-free eggs. I wish they had free range, but they don't. And that really bums me out. So I got some almond flour because we're going to do some almond flour cookies. Instead of chocolate chips, I think I'm going to do like a little almond flour date cookie. Kind of like, I don't know, whatever. And then we have more sweet potatoes. because I'm gonna use those for like sweet potato bowls and stuff. And then again, more lemons. I got avocado for some sweet potato nachos and sweet potato bowls, and maybe some other things. I don't know. And then another sweet potato because again, we're doing a lot of sweet potato. And then what else? Another. Oh, I wanted to try a purple potato because it's different. So that's the haul for now. This is like what I always eat. And you guys can look at the food I buy from Target because that's pretty much what I shop here because it's that and it's just another local store. And so I really like having the ability to share my Target grocery shopping list with you guys because it makes it so easy. You just can just go in there and add the items to your list. And then if you're like me and have the Target Circle membership, which I insist that you do because it's like 15 bucks a month. And when you're super fatigued, you get it delivered to your house and you don't have to do anything. Like I'll do it like at 12 o'clock at night when I'm laying in bed. And I don't recommend going to bed at 12 o'clock at night because we're working on our sleeping habits. But if you have chronic fatigue, it just makes life so much easier getting your groceries delivered. And I really love it too because whenever I travel and I want like stuff for my smoothies or I want like just snacks to have, I can easily get the Target delivery to the Airbnb. And with like and then I also really love it because whenever I'm traveling and I'm staying like at an Airbnb, I haven't tried it at a hotel yet, but I can get the stuff delivered straight to the Airbnb and I can do it while I'm sitting like on the tarmac on the airplane and I can have my snacks and I can like if again if you're staying at an Airbnb, they probably have stuff to make some pasta or you can get some stuff to make salads or at least have stuff for breakfast just to have some staples to again get you started and it takes that just a little bit of time that you would be taking out of your trip to go to the grocery store to grab those things. It takes that time out. And then also, if you're getting in like at the middle of the day or even at night or just like whenever, it just helps out with that like traveling fatigue. So, again, I'm like the biggest advocate for Target memberships. So, that's the haul today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Should we do like a 30-day like little vlog thing about like what I'm eating? Maybe I'll do that. Ooh. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.